gifts. You were brought into this world and you have talents.
Hey guys, good morning. How's everybody? ¿Cómo están todos? ¿Despiertos? Otra vez, ¿cómo están? Okay. Guys, thank you so much for being here. I'm so happy to see you all. We are back in person. We did it. We made it possible with an amazing team and amazing teachers we have here. So today, guys, we're going to talk about how to pay for college. And everyone's like, what? Already pay for college? Yes. And we're going to share our experiences. And like our amazing speaker, Ms. Stephanie Castellanos mentioned before, we need more Latinos in the house, guys. We need more representation up here. Because I look around, this is a great group, but we need more. Where are we at? And today we're going to talk to you guys about how to pay for college, how to make that dream possible. ¿Estamos? Yeah, okay. So I'm going to introduce my great panelists here. I have my LAA co-worker, Ms. Raquel Machuca. I got Ms. Emily Herrera, Georgia State in the house. Go Panthers. We love Emory, don't worry. And then I have here amazing senior students representing Cross Keys. I have Ms. Belém Dominguez and I have Ms. Liliana Diaz. And last but not least, I have Mr. Patricio Patino from University of North Georgia. And I'm gonna go ahead and open up the floor, let our students ask their questions, represent the student body.
Okay, so what is FAFSA and when does it have to be completed?
So the FAFSA is the basically government funded for you to pay for college, right? It's that application, which a lot of people think is super scary. It's not, right? But basically it helps you pay for college in 3 different ways. You have the ability to, obviously input all of your information and you get money through scholarships, grants, and loans, right? You have the option of picking whether or not you want to do loans because those are the money that you have to pay back, right? Because you get it from the bank. So you do have to pay that back, but you have the option of whether or not you want to do unsubsidized loans or not. So if you only want scholarships, then like FAFSA helps you with that, right?
Yeah, you're probably wondering how do you apply to FAFSA? So you just Google it, FAFSA.com, and you gotta fill out your family's information, so a parent and your information, and it asks you for your taxes, and I know that sounds super confusing, but I didn't really get help with the FAFSA from a family member. I got it from my teachers and school counselors. So if you ever have a question filling out your FAFSA, you can always ask one of them, or you can ask one of your Latin American Association beautiful ladies.
Yeah. Thank you guys. That's really helpful. So guys, again, quick show of hands. How many high school students do I have in here that are seniors? Raise your hands. Who here has filled out FAFSA already? Okay. Awesome. So again, FAFSA opens up October 1st. It already opened up. So if you guys want to start college in the fall semester of 22, fill out FAFSA now. And again, if y'all need help, y'all need resources, please talk to your counselors. You have the LAA staff here. You have a room full of amazing college students that have been through that process. So please look for that help. You have the resources all around you. Thank you, ladies.
To add a little bit to that, there's 2 applications currently open right now, right? So the 2020-2021, which that's the old one, and then the 2022-2023, right? So I have a lot of students who come to me and they actually filled out the wrong year. So we're currently, if you're graduating right now in May, you have to fill out the 2022-2023, right? Emily kind of mentioned the taxes, right? So your parents need to have filed for taxes the year prior to the year that you want to go to school, right? So right now we're doing the 2020 taxes, okay? And there's a way around different circumstances, right? So obviously we're talking about FAFSA, but more broadly, we're talking about how to pay for college, right? So there's also another application known as the Georgia Commissioner student finance, right? And it's a lot shorter than the FAFSA, but basically that application is just student information, okay? So it doesn't require any parental information. And, well, they ask you for a couple of stuff. They ask you for your social and stuff like that. Another misconception that people have when filling out the FAFSA is that because my parents don't have a social security, I can't apply to FAFSA. You're the only one who needs to have a social security. Your parents, if they don't, there's a little trick where you go ahead and put all zeros in there, right? And then if they have their taxes, right, because they have a taxpayer ID and that's how they pay their taxes, then that's how you would fill it out, okay? So that's a super huge misconception that students have. They're like, mis papás no tienen los papeles adecuados, o no están aquí legal, o lo que sea. But y'all can fill it out, right? So any questions that you guys have, I'm here. I will walk you through the entire FAFSA beginning to end, right?
Thank you, Raquel.
I know Raquel sort of mentioned scholarships, but could you explain a little bit more about the other financial aid options there are?
So going into scholarships, before doing that, I just want to touch something on FAFSA. As an international student, I'm from Mexico. I have an F1 visa, but I'm not allowed to fill out FAFSA because I don't have a social security, right? But to you guys that can and are able to fill out FAFSA, please do. It's a huge help that on my first year and like my whole college career, I would have been grateful for having, because it's money that comes to you, and be it $1, $1,000, a full ride, y'all need that money. We all need that money. So if you can fill it out, please do. And finishing with FAFSA, going on to scholarships. So there's different ways that you can get financial aid for college. I think the previous workshop talked about it. They brought up scholarships, loans, and grants. I am currently working at the UNG admissions office, and when I tell you that we are looking for your for any other financial aid that you can give us, like that's what we do with every application. So when it comes to scholarships, you can get private scholarships and state-funded scholarships. Private scholarships are given by organizations, communities, or businesses. So, okay, who here has heard of Chick-fil-A? Oh, come on, I know y'all go to Chick-fil-A every other day of the week, come on. All right, I see that, all right. Who has heard of Coca-Cola? Yeah, who has gone to the Coke Museum? I have. It was the first museum I went in when I came to Georgia. All right, cool. So you guys know that they offer scholarships to their employees and to any other person that applies. Yeah, Chick-fil-A can pay for you to go to college, right? If you're a Chick-fil-A employee, a Coca-Cola employee, they also give you scholarships so that you can seek your higher education. When it comes to state scholarships, it's in the name, it's state funded. Who here has heard of HOPE or SEL Miller? Yeah, all right, cool. HOPE, not the Hispanic organization promoting education, but actually the state-funded HOPE. That's given to every Georgia resident, and you are able to, I think if you lived in Georgia for the past 5 years, you're able to apply for HOPE, and it's based on your GPA and how you can maintain it in college, but it can give you a full ride many of the times. I've got like so many friends that are on HOPE, and they've gotten full ride to UGA, to Georgia State, to Georgia Tech, and that's how they pay for college. So those are some tools that you can have to seek your higher education. Grants, on the other hand, they are state funded, and they got different reasons. So for example, did you guys know that during the pandemic, the Trump administration released a $1.3 billion grant for college students? Do y'all know that? I didn't know that until I received an email from my college saying, hey, if you've been affected by COVID, you are entitled for $1,700 for this semester. Next semester, it's $1,800. So that's sometimes half of my college tuition, right? So you gotta look for those grants there's always a grant that can apply to you and that you can fill out and get that money. So lastly, we got loans, as Raquel explained. There's different types of loan that you can apply. Some that start with interests as soon as you get them, some that you have to pay after you graduate. The goal for you is to get any money that you don't have to pay back, because that money, once it's given to you, it's yours to use for your higher education. So yeah, does that answer your question?
Yes. Well, what about the pros and cons of attending public or a private university?
So as well, okay, so I don't know if you guys heard, but I'm from UNG, the University of North Georgia. I've also gone to one semester to UGA, one semester to Kennesaw State University, and now I'm finishing my career at UNG. Yeah, I've been all over the place, right? But having that experience has allowed me to see the pros of going to a public university. A public university is usually state or locally regulated by the government, funded by the government. So they are usually bigger. Your classes, I remember my first semester at UGA, I had a class with 300 students in it. Can you imagine just being in a room with 300? I mean, here we're like 120 something. Imagine 3 times that. And that's the course that you go, and you got your professor all the way in the back. It's like a tiny speck if you're sitting all the way at the back of the class, and you gotta pay attention to that. But one of the things that I really enjoyed is the fact that there were so many Latinos there with me. There were so many paisas, and we've related together. And also the tuition costs for a public school are lower than a private school. And the thing that I faced the most trouble with was finding financial aid, because there's less, even though there's enough money to go around, because there's too many people, it's first come, first served. So like if you apply for financial aid by the end, like super late throughout the semester, you might not get it. So pay attention to that if you want to go to a public school. To a private school like Emory, so I always like bragging, but my girlfriend, she is a first-gen student. She got a full ride to Emory. Her whole undergrad, like she studied here. I actually love visiting her to Emory because the campus is beautiful, and I was low-key kind of jealous. No, not really. But she just did amazing, and she applied, and she got a full ride. Everything was paid for. They were actually paying her to come here. And she's from Roswell, Georgia. She's from Centennial High School. So it's not like she went to prestigious high school. No, she went to Centennial. And she worked her butt off applying to scholarships, I think she applied to 18 private schools, and she got here. And it's her dream school, and she's going to med school later. So the thing that I've learned from her about private school is the fact that because there's a smaller student population, there's more money to go around. And they're looking for stories. What do I mean when they say they're looking for stories? They're looking for people that have a diverse background. So that's all of us. But they're looking for our story, for your story. I think private universities have acknowledged the fact that there is a big brain power in our community, that we could conquer the world if we wanted, but we don't want to because we're cool like that. We let everybody else do their own thing, but we have what it takes to be a leader, to be a really great professional. And private universities see that, and they're looking for your story. They're looking for the hustle that you've made, the struggles that you've gone through, and every aspect of your life. That's what they want to have you here, because they want you to inspire their students. They want you to make their student body better by the fact that you're being here. So private schools, yeah, they're a little bit costlier, but the cost balances out because they want you here, and they're willing to finance your whole university career by being here. So, yeah.
Thank you so much, Patricia, for sharing that. Thank you so much. So, again, guys, be proud of your background. Do not be ashamed of that. And honestly, sitting up here with these amazing students, guys, I wish I had this help. I wish I had these resources, to be honest, when I was going through the whole FAFSA application, because, again, I'm a first gen. And so my mom and dad, they're immigrants, okay? Somos de México. Y como cualquier paisano viene aquí para buscar ese sueño americano, para buscar esas oportunidades for your family, right? And so when I was filling out the application, I saw the social on there, and I was like, ooh. And recently, we had just now gotten my dad's work permit. And so I said, man, should I put his social on there? And I was like, I'm scared I'm gonna mess up his case. Like, what if they take it away or something, or they investigate him? So I didn't fill it out. The first year, guys, I paid out of pocket $10,000 for my parents helped me pay out of pocket $10,000. I worked 3 jobs. My mom and dad also helped me out. Man, that was a family financial sacrifice. But when I finally got the guidance in the school, I talked to some students, talked to my college advisors. I heard someone say it out here, college advisors. They were like, Chica, what are you doing? No, fill out the application, that's free money. And I was like, free money? She was like, yeah. And I was like, but my dad has a work permit, he's not legally here. And she was like, Chica, they're just asking for your parents' income. I was like, are you serious? That's all they want? And she was like, yeah. I was like, my dad did his taxes. And she was like, well, just put him on the application. I was like, oh, my bad. But again, guys, don't feel scared, don't feel discouraged. And I'm gonna let Raquel right here chime in.
Yeah, so I know we're talking about how to pay for college and stuff like that, and oftentimes students think that that's only money, right? But I wanna leave you guys with, and I wholeheartedly believe this, and I tell every student that I work with, the other way for you to pay for college is through your stories, right? So you're applying through college, you have to write that personal statement essay, sell yourselves, okay? Market yourselves. Talk about the hardships that you've gone through. Talk about your parents. I can guarantee you that those like old men that are gonna be reading your applications and stuff like that, if they read your essay and they like your story, which I'm pretty sure they will, then you're gonna be able to pay for school, right? And they're gonna see that and they're gonna see your value. But I know that that's often a misconception, right? How to pay for college. But sell yourselves, market yourselves. That's another way for you to pay for school.
Thank you so much, Raquel. So we're close to the end, guys. But I also want to let you guys know again, you're here in a room full of amazing human beings, okay? You have college students that are in college right now. You have college graduates. You have the LAA staff. You have a lot of help and resources here, guys. And I want you all to know that this is the country of opportunities, and dreams are possible. They may not always be easy. We all have different situations going on in our lives, but I guarantee you and I promise you guys that you can achieve those dreams. College, okay, should not be a barrier. College, guys, is the education that's gonna help you open doors and not knock on doors anymore, okay? We're not knocking on doors anymore. We're kicking those doors down, all right? Because there's always opportunities out there, and there's a lot of resources out there that is waiting for you guys, okay? We just gotta look for it, and you gotta look for the right person to ask for that help, okay? And we're all here to help you. We're all here to support you guys. And this is not the end, all right? So in January, the LAA will be also launching off the Pathway to College series in January. Ms. Raquel will also be there, giving more information, more resources. Your parents are invited to that as well. So this is not the end, all right? Look for us in January. Stay tuned on our website, laa.org. And you will also find on our website resources of going to college, how to pay for college, scholarship applications, all that fun stuff, all right? So make sure you look out for that, and we hope to see you all in January. Yeah.
One tiny comment. So applying to a university, there is also financial aid that the university gives to you, like directly from them, not only from outside scholarships and grants and everything else. So with whichever university that you apply, make sure to go to their admissions office and ask for any tuition and financial help that they can give you. I'm an international student. My first semester at UGA was $22,000 out of the pocket. That sometimes is a full college career, $22,000 just because I'm out of state. The only reason why I'm still here and not back in Mexico studying is because UNG was kind enough to, because they saw that I had been living here for more than 5 years, they gave me an in-state tuition waiver, so I don't have to pay $22,000. I just have to pay $4,000. Like, y'all see the whole shift? So make sure to ask for help here at your university. They want you there. It's not like they're gonna kick you out because, oh, no, like, who are you? No, they want you there. Like, they want you to experience what they're selling, and they're gonna give you everything that they can to keep you and to have you there. So seek out for help. It's okay to ask. I know sometimes it can be scary to go to an office and be like, hey, can you all help me? But just take the first step. You guys got this, and you're gonna do great. So
Thank you so much, Patricio. So you hear that, guys. Ask questions, look for help, and you got it right here. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you, Alejandra, Raquel, and students for this conversation.
You have gifts. You were brought into this world and you have talents.